Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo fue tu día? ¿Qué hiciste hoy? ¿Qué estás haciendo ahora? ¿Estás estudiando español? Are you ready? ¿Estás listo? Or if you're a female, ¿estás lista para estudiar español? ¿Estás listo o lista para aprender más español? Más gramática, más conversación, más vocabulario. ¿Sí? ¿Estás listo? ¿Estás lista? Bien, I'm ready. Estoy listo. I'm happy. Estoy feliz. Y bueno, long time no see, by the way. Mucho tiempo. ¿Cómo has estado? ¿Has estado bien? ¿Has estado trabajando mucho? ¿Has estado viajando mucho? Me on the other hand, yo no he estado viajando mucho. He estado en Illinois. No he estado viajando. But I want to. Quiero viajar. I want to travel soon. Quiero viajar pronto. Quiero viajar pronto. Quiero viajar a México o quiero viajar a Brasil o quiero viajar a Argentina o I would like, me gustaría. Truly, realmente, really. Realmente me gustaría, I would like, me gustaría viajar a Japón. Japan, a Japón. Es interesante, yo creo. Bien. Entonces, ¿has estado has estado viajando? ¿Has estado viajando mucho? ¿O has estado trabajando mucho? ¿O has estado, what else have you been doing? ¿Has estado estudiando mucho? ¿Has estado practicando tu español? ¿Sí? ¿Has estado practicando in your notebook? Have you been practicing in your notebook? ¿Has estado practicando en tu cuaderno? ¿Has estado practicando con amigos? ¿Has estado practicando by yourself? Solito? Muy bien. Welcome to lesson 12. We've just wrapped up a bunch of stuff, and we're going to keep marching forward, looking at verbs, vocabulary, and topics. We are in a stretch at this point in time where we're just kind of we're letting verbs be the starting point and let the topics be what they may. Some lessons we'll start with the topic and then find out what verbs and vocabulary we need for that topic. But right now we're just kind of looking at some verbs one by one. So we've looked at estar and ser. And in this video I want to look at tener. Tener means to have. To physically have something. I know last video we talked about I have done something. This is different. This is when you physically have something. We want the verb timeline. Past, present, and future for every verb. Maybe the continuous too, like I'm having. Tenía is I had something. And there's also tuve. Okay, so if you look in 5-1 Spanish verbs, right, our like holy text here, 5-1 Spanish verbs, if you look at tener, you'll see that tenía is in section 2 and tuve is in section 3. Now section 2 is the ongoing past. It's called the imperfect. It's I had something. So I had this kind of car, or I had this computer for a certain amount of time, right? Versus tuve, which is like a one-time past tense thing, and that's the way it works in every verb. Section 2, section 3. Section 3 is the one-time past tense. So for example, I had a meeting today would be tuve una junta hoy, right? Versus I had this computer for that car for this amount of time. Okay, so there's the ongoing past tense and the one-time past tense. I'm gonna put both of those there. Both mean I had one's ongoing, one's a one-time thing. So tengo means I have something right now. Okay, tengo. We'll start to develop vocabulary, and then voy a tener means I'm going to have, and that's basically what we need. You can always go into 501 verbs and find that tienes means that you have, and so on and so forth. But here's those important, starting points for the verb tener. So, what do we want to talk about vocab-wise using this? You can talk about familia. Harken back to noun theory, where familia is one of the big picture categories. So I have, personally, I have a sister. Tengo una hermana. Tengo tres hijos. We have 3 sons or kids. So tengo una hermana, tengo tres hijos. If you have a brother, you would say tengo un hermano. And if you have 2 brothers or 2 brothers would be dos hermanos, and 2 sisters would be dos hermanas, and so on and so forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? I don't know. I have cousins. Tengo primos. Tengo nieces and nephews. Tengo sobrinos. You can easily look up the words for these family members, and that works with the verb to have. So I have this. Do you have nieces and nephews? Would be tienes sobrinos. Do you have cousins? Tienes primos. Many cousins would be muchos primos. Do you have a lot of cousins? Tienes muchos primos. Do you have kids? Just hijos is kids. So tienes hijos. Do you have brothers and sisters? Both are included in hermanos. So tienes hermanos. Me, yo. I have 1 sister. So tengo una hermana. No tengo hermanos. Solo, I only have, solo tengo una hermana. What about you? ¿Y tú tienes hermanos? ¿Tienes hermanas? ¿Tienes hijos? ¿Tienes primos? ¿Tienes sobrinos? Right? Random possessions you have. I mean, I have a car, so tengo carro. I have a house, kinda, tengo casa, right? We have, what else do you have? I have a car, I have a dog, tengo perro. I don't have a gato, no tengo gato, but if I did, I would say tengo gato. I can ask you, ¿tienes perros? Do you have dogs? ¿Tienes perros? ¿Tienes gatos? Right? Take out your notebook, practice writing in this conversation. Well, anything else that you might have? I have this, I have that. There's a special category. I don't even know how to label it. It's just the special category that's very, very important, very common, very highly used. Hambre literally means hunger, like as a noun, a thing that you have. So tengo hambre literally means I have hunger. And that's how you say I am hungry. So if you want to say I'm hungry, don't go looking for the verb I am, right? Estoy or soy, don't look for that verb, because you don't say I am hungry, you say I have hunger. So you need tengo hambre. Likewise, tengo sed means I have thirst. Tengo sueño means I have sleepiness. I have sleepiness, which means I'm sleepy. Tengo frío means I'm cold, and tengo calor means I'm hot. Now, you definitely want to say tengo calor and not, sometimes you'll say estoy caliente, like literally I am hot, and someone might laugh at you. It could have like another meaning or something. Okay, so tengo calor, literally I have heat. I have coldness. I have heat, right? Let's just make this its own thing. So I have this. Do you have that, right? Do you have hunger? Are you hungry? So how would you say, are you hungry? Right? Do you have hunger? ¿Tienes hambre? Are you thirsty? Ask me, Tony, are you thirsty? ¿Tienes sed? I'm sleepy. Tengo sueño. tengo frío, right? If it's cold, or I'm hot over here, tengo calor. Right? Here's a hack. If you say ¿qué tienes? Literally means what do you have? But if you ask someone what do you have by saying ¿qué tienes? It means what's wrong, right? Like, what do you have? Do you have hunger? Do you have thirst? What's wrong, right? So if you see someone shivering, hey, what's wrong? ¿Qué tienes? ¿Qué tienes? Here's another category, tengo, and then your age. So I'm 30. 30 is 30. 30 and 3. 33. So tengo 33, and then you say años. Tengo 33 años, right? If you're 20, you say tengo 20 años. 20 años. Tengo 20 años. Right? 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 7, 8, 9, right? 40 is 40. So if you're 40, tengo 40 años. Tengo 50 años. Tengo 60 años. Tengo 70 años. Tengo 80. Tengo 90. Tengo 100 años. By the way, 100 años is a classic song. The song is Canción by Pedro Infante. Very classic song. I recommend you take a look up the lyrics. And okay, 100 años. How many years do you have, right? How many years do you have? That's how you ask someone how old are you. ¿Cuántos años tienes? And they'll say, tengo 100 años, or tengo 20 años, or tengo 33 años, and so on and so forth. So that's the main profile of tener. And here's a bonus, one last, just to fill up this space here. One bonus thing that you want to know. Take a look. Tengo means I have. And if you say lo tengo, it means I have it. I have it. So take a good long look at the way that works and think about the implications of that. If this is the first time you've seen that, take a long, look at it and think about everything that means. The idea meaning that when you have a verb, if you want to use it with that verb, say I have it, or I want it, or I need it, or something it, I saw it, you put the word lo in front of that verb. Literally it would be it I have, but no, it's I have it, lo tengo. Okay, now this brings us to a discussion on syntax being word order. And in my opinion, word order is the trickiest part of assimilating a language into your mind, right? Like you go into it knowing that vocabulary is going to be different, right? Well, okay, the word for table is mesa. Okay, fine. Like I'm expecting for words to be different, right? I'm even used to verbs conjugating differently and so on and so forth. Like I expect there to be grammar, but when syntax changes, that can be one of the toughest things. Now, luckily, Spanish syntax doesn't change. It's not that different than English. It's more or less, it's not like some languages that say, instead of I drink coffee, I coffee drink, or my friend with coffee drink, and more wild changes in syntax compared to English. Spanish is not that crazy. However, there is this. It's not I have it, it's it I have. Lo tengo. Okay, so the way to get around syntax, the way to get used to it, is the following. You can't really think it through. You can't just tell yourself, okay, there's no amount of rational explanation is really going to make it stick for you. It needs to be something that you get through experience, through repetition, through practice, but not just any practice. Practice expressing thought in real situations using that syntax. So, for example, let's pretend I'm looking for the book, right? We have this one book, the 5-for-1 Spanish verbs, right? Where's the book? ¿Dónde está el libro? ¿Dónde está el libro? And if you have it, you say, oh, I have it. Lo tengo. Lo tengo. Okay? So I'm looking around. ¿Dónde está el libro? You say, lo tengo. If I want to ask, right, because tengo becomes tienes. Tienes is do you have, so lo tienes would be do you have it? Okay? So I'm going to ask everyone, do you have it? Do you have it? Do you have it? Right? ¿Lo tienes? No? They say, no lo tengo. Okay. Come to the next person. ¿Tú lo tienes? No, no lo tengo. Come to the next person. ¿Tú lo tienes? No lo tengo. Pues, who has it? ¿Quién lo tiene? ¿Quién lo tiene? ¿Quién lo tiene? ¿Quién lo tiene? And you say, oh, lo tengo. Yo lo tengo. I say, oh, okay, gracias. Okay. Go to the past, present, and future and realize that you can put lo in front of all of that. So I had it would be lo tenía. Lo tenía, I had it earlier. Lo tenía antes, but now, pero ahora, it's getting like a funky puzzle. No lo tengo. So lo tenía antes, pero ahora no lo tengo, right? I had it earlier, I had it before, but I don't have it now. But now I don't have it. Yeah? I don't know. Come up with your own examples. Lo verb or no lo verb, right? I'm going to have it. Lo voy a tener. And so on and so forth. So we can start adding the lo thing in with any verb you want, and that's something that will continue to like stir back into the pot as we keep going. All right, so quick review on tener, right? Past, present, future. Used to have something, or I had a meeting earlier. Tenía, tuve. I have something. Do you have? Tengo. Tengo hijos. Tengo primos. Tengo hermanos. ¿Tienes hijos? ¿Tienes hermanos? And I'm going to have something. Voy a tener. Tengo carro, casa, perro, gato. If you're hungry, tengo hambre. Tengo sed. Are you sleepy? ¿Tienes sueño? Are you cold? Are you hot? ¿Tienes frío? ¿Tienes calor? What's wrong? ¿Qué tienes? How old are you? ¿Cuántos años tienes? Tengo 33 años. Tengo 20 años. Tengo 100 años. Who has the book? ¿Quién tiene el libro? ¿Tú lo tienes? No. ¿Tú lo tienes? ¿Tú lo tienes? Yo lo tengo. Okay. Lo tenía antes, pero ahora no lo tengo. Lo voy a tener. All right. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll see each other. Nos vemos. Nos vemos means we see each other. Nos is each other. Vemos is, that's another example of putting the object in front of the verb. Each other we see. Nos vemos in the next lesson. Hasta luego. Ciao.